just continued to grind, made sure we were focused on what was important, not the outside noise and everything else. So, he's been the leader of our team, not just when things are bad, but, for the last however many years. So, ever since I've been here, I think he's done a great job of, if it's verbally, if it's by action, which I think carries more than anything. His performance, the way he goes about his job in the meetings and practice, it's what you want.
Jordy, you're as close to him as anybody. Did that come natural to him since you've known him, or do you think that has evolved over the years?
Well, I think everything evolves over years. I mean, you learn. I think you grow. Obviously, when I got here, it was his first year as a starter, so I'm sure he got more comfortable in that position and grew just like everyone else has since they came into the league. So I think you're always growing no matter how many years you've been in. I think you learn different things and try to continue to improve at all aspects.
Jordy, their opponent quarterback rating was like in the 70s. Do you have a healthy respect for their secondary and what they do?
Absolutely. They got a great secondary from the DB, from the corners and the safeties. Not very often do teams have both. Usually it's one or the other for the most part, but they're very sound across the board. They can go 3 deep very well, and as a DB with their nickel package, and so it'll be a good battle.
Jordy, how nice is it to see someone like Gmo had to fight his way on this team and he's the guy to make the plays that he's making and have the confidence that he has?
It's great. It's one of those things we noticed with him right when he got here. It's always funny. The older guys will talk about the young guys when they come in and what we see, because you can kind of tell it right off bat if they, with feet and hands. And he has a very unique skill set of being that big and still quick, and he's got the speed, but he's got stride as well, and hands, everything. So, and the work that he put in, even when he was on practice squad in the meeting rooms, he knew the game plan, even though he wasn't going to be playing in it. So I think that showed a lot to the coaches and gave all of us confidence when he got moved up that if he got put in the situation, he'd know what to do.
Could you tell Herb Waters was going to be a good corner?
No. But we expected a lot from him as a receiver. So he's an athlete. So and we're obviously battling against him every week, and hopefully someone else has to deal with him.
Do you treat a playoff game like any other game, or do you have to get up more for a playoff game because the stakes are higher?
No, it's the same. I mean, for me at least. Obviously, some guys will be a different experience, but I won't change anything in my routine. I'm not going to get higher or do more. I mean, to me, if you can do more now, then you should be doing more in the regular season, because then you're leaving something on the table. So to me, it's another game. Obviously, the environment will be different. The fans usually treat it a little bit different, but once the game starts, it's football.
That's a pretty intense game Sunday night, though. I mean, how much does that help your younger players get ready for this one?
Well, I think this whole stretch has, because we've kind of been in a winter go-home, stretch here down the road. So, but like you said, on the road in that atmosphere, the North title at stake, it was great for them to experience it, and hopefully they can build off it.
You have to get a feel for the footing in December games on this surface here, and how that helps you when you get another.
We've experienced it. I think the last few home games is the best that it's been all year, to be honest with you. I think it's held together extremely well. Obviously, our ground crew do a great job, but I expect it to be fine.
Can you sum up any way on how great Aaron Rodgers has been playing in this winning streak?
We run out of ways to do it, but I mean, he's playing extremely well. He's putting in the work. He's performing. He's controlling our offense. He's making plays. He's making checks. That's what he expects from himself. That's what we expect from him, and he set the bar extremely high, and he's matching it.
With the grind that you guys have gone through, just to dig out of that hole, do you feel any mental exhaustion, or does the playoffs give that renewed energy?
I don't at all, to be honest with you. It's been one of those things. We're so week to week. It's been refreshing, and I think Coach has done a great job of taking care of us mentally and physically. And when it's playoff time, everyone's probably a little tired of football, but this is what we play for. You want to be in the playoffs, you want to make a run at it, and there's no reason to hold back now.
Jordy, I know you weren't thrilled about your game against the Giants here. It was maybe one of the only games this year that I would think you could say that. Do you look back at it all and try to learn anything from that, or was that just a fluke, do you think?
I think it was a fluke. I mean, to me, it was my self-inflicted wounds. Dropped too many balls, so it was one of those bad days that you have every once in a while. Had them in the past, so I don't see it having any effect on this game.
What do you remember from the 2011 playoff game against them?
They beat us. We turned the ball over.
stands out about their corners, Jordy?
Do what?
What stands out about their corners?
Athletic, I think, is where you can start to begin with. I think all three of them are completely different, so I think that can bring a challenge. But very athletic, good ball skills, and can play football, so they're good.
Isn't it weird though going against Ben? You know, a guy who was here for so many years, and now in a playoff atmosphere.
Not necessarily. Not as weird as it is going against a player that maybe has been here, because you don't. I mean, obviously we know he's over there and he's calling plays, but it's not like you're really going against him. But obviously it's great to see him have success over there. I think the more you're here and the more you're in the league, you experience more of those. If it's GM somewhere else, if it's coaches, if it's players. So it's not the first time and probably won't be the last.